Madagascar's coup leader, Colonel Michael Randrianirina, was sworn in as president on October 17th to cheers, blaring trumpets and raised swords days after taking control of the island nation in the wake of youth-led protests that forced out his predecessor. Randrianirina said a new chapter was being opened in Madagascar, adding that he was committed to breaking with the past. He also promised elections within 2 years. Here is our cover report. The outrage was intense. Malagasy youth were a fed-up lot, and they meted out their frustrations on the streets of the capital, Antananarivo, for weeks. President Andry Rajoelina was at first unfazed by the Gen Z euphoria and fury. He began by firing ministers. Then his cabinet faced the axe. And eventually, after repeated pressure, the beleaguered leader fled, addressing his people in an undisclosed location on Facebook. In his absence, Parliament was to table an impeachment motion and issue a decree. In the end, this man, Colonel Michael Randrianirina, popped up amid the melee and a silent coup. He was the head of the captured military unit, an elite military unit which had taken power in Madagascar after the National Assembly voted to impeach President Andry Rajoelina for desertion of duty. CAPSAT played a major role in the 2009 coup that first brought Rajoelina to power. Within days, the colonel transitioned to a president and was sworn in as Madagascar's new president via sweeping reforms.
Today marks a historic turning point for our country, with a people in turmoil, driven by the will for change and a deep love for our homeland. We joyfully open a new chapter in our national life. This youth, victims of injustice, plundering of these resources and the misappropriation of public goods, composed mainly of Gen Z, supported by all Madagascar citizens, took to the streets to demand national reconstruction and the resolution of recurring socio-economic problems in the country, in particular the incessant cuts in water and electricity.
Youth movement spokesperson Randria Mandrato Elliott expressed mixed feelings about the military's involvement after weeks of state repression. Elliott, a spokesperson for the movement Gen Z Collective, a coalition of several of the process groups, is not the only participant in the uprising to feel ambivalent about a man in uniform filling the power vacuum left by Rajoelina's hasty exit. Many wonder if their concerns will be heeded too, or, as in the past, ignored.
What we really want on the next days, next months, next year, 1 or 2 years, is that things are taken into matter, like the shortage of water, the shortage of electricity are getting they get take care of, like, and during those and in the process of those, with the young people and the youth is taking some responsibility or listened, or they are in the middle of the discussions and on the technical matter in order to create the solutions with the regime.
Madagascar's youth population, averaging just 19, faces a litany of problems that are largely the result of mismanagement by a succession of older men. Even Rajoelina, at 34, the world's youngest president when he came to power in the 2009 coup, disappointed the youth by failing to create prosperity or deliver basic services by the time he was ousted in his 50s. Since independence from France in 1960 until 2020, GDP per capita nearly halved. World Bank data shows, making it one of few nations that became worse off in that time. At that time, Madagascar experienced several periods of military-led or military-dominated government, often with disastrous results for the economy.
In public opinion, there's clearly a perception of French involvement in Madagascar's affairs, particularly regarding a president who was deeply criticized. Will this lead to real change in the issues raised by the movement? Will water start running again from the taps? Will electricity be reliably restored? And will public freedoms continue to be respected? These remain open questions and major challenges for this new leadership.
Madagascar's new leader declared a transition period of 2 years to be followed by new elections. Only time will tell. Africa Bureau, WION, World is One.